Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? This is Herspiration Happy Hour. Happy Wednesday and welcome to another episode of Herspiration Happy Hour Season 5. This is your unapologetic diva, Dr. G.
This is Cortina Lewis, aka the girlfriend therapist.
And this is Diana Richardson Philippus, your networking extraordinaire.
And this is Louisa Harrell, aka the Blue Phoenix. And guess what we are drinking tonight?
What is that?
We are drinking a cocktail called the Jasmine Recipe. You need 1.5 ounces of gin, 3/4 ounces of freshly squeezed lime juice, 1/4 ounce of Campari, and 1/4 ounce of corn true. I know I ain't saying that right. But you pour all ingredients into a cocktail shaker that's filled with ice, and you shake well for 10 seconds. You strain into a chilled cocktail glass, and then you garnish with a lemon twist.
Sounds delicious and refreshing. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. So, ladies, every Wednesday, we always shout out or highlight women who are making a difference out here for our WCWs. Are y'all ready? Ready to roll?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm not. So let's run with it. Come on, Cortina, come through.
I'm trying to, oh God, what is her name?
Oh, Lord, we back at that again. You had that last week.
I have it in my mind, her name. We did do this last week, and I don't know why we're doing it again. But her name just totally slipped me. Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm going to let you go ahead and think on it. I'm just going to jump on in. Today, my rider's her birthday. Her name is Misty Jordan Hughes. She's thebomb.com. She is that one great friend. Today is a blessed day. It's her born day. And I might add, she is an entrepreneur 10 times over. She runs a home assisted living facility that she's been running for about 10 years. And she truly has the knack of just caring for people, in their elderly years. Her business is called The Natural Compassion for Caring. She's an awesome individual. She's a breast cancer survivor. That's my girl. That's my Ace Boom Coon. So that's my Women Crush Wednesday. I hope I said
that. Okay. What about you, Louisa? Who do you have? Okay.
Louisa, okay. No, I'm sorry. I'm coming. I have my Women Crush Wednesday is Emily Warren Roebling. I chose her because I wanted to see women in trades. And she is the one that helped build the Brooklyn Bridge. When her husband, Washington Roebling, got sick, he got too sick to work, actually. Emily took over his leadership role on the project. She worked daily with the construction team. She took the time to study things like strength of materials, stress analysis, cable construction, and more in order to do her job well. So once the Brooklyn Bridge opened in 1883, Emily was the first to cross it, escorting President Chester Arthur. And Chester Arthur was the 21st U.S. president. And that was Mrs. Emily Warren Roebling.
Okay. Well,
Judith, go ahead.
So I was gonna do somebody else, but their name just totally slipped me. So I'm gonna do something else that I posted today earlier. So Rosalind Singleton, she was a 4-time brain cancer survivor. However, unfortunately, she passed last night. And her husband was on America's Got Talent. She was on the Ellen. Well, they were on the Ellen show and Black Love, the show Black Love.
Oh yeah,
and the way he just cared for her, like her spirit is so radiating. And if you don't know her, I'll try and put her information in the chat. But if you just go look at her inspiration in her stories leading up to where she was no longer, really able to move or do anything. And the way he just stuck by her side, and she still had such a peaceful, calming, beautiful, like very stylish and radiant light. That's who I just want to give my WCW to today.
Awesome. Oh, that's awesome. 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 All right. So for me, my WCW today is Lakisa Renee, who is she's the CEO, but she's a makeup artist, actress. She does fitness. When I say she's all around bomb.com. I had the pleasure of meeting her through another sister friend of mine, Tammy Reese. And I think that women don't get enough credit for the things that we do. So between acting and doing journalism, because she has her own entertainment company, I wanted to just shout her out today.
Awesome.
All right.
Wow.
Yes. So that's everybody, right? I went last.
Yes.
Look, I'm tired. You all, first of all, I literally just touched down not long ago in Orlando for the conference that I'm going to be at this coming Friday and Saturday. So I'm here a little bit early, going to enjoy my girl Cortina, who, the last time, no, it wasn't last week. It was a couple of weeks ago. It feels like short time, but me and you were together, Diana, and we was podcasting.
Yeah.
So I am making my rounds.
I was going to say, she's making her rounds.
I am making my rounds. So now Louisa live in the same area, and it's a damn shame we don't get a chance to see each other as often as we probably should, unless it's an occasion. I know, unless it's an occasion. But ladies, okay, the holidays are coming fast. First of all, Halloween wasn't even close, and they had already started having Christmas stuff out.
Like, for real?
Yeah, I went in for looking for Halloween stuff so I can set my house up. I had to order everything off of Amazon because everything in Walmart and the other stores was everything Christmas. Oh, it was Christmas. I was like, can October 1st, I literally couldn't find anything for Halloween. Everything was Christmas.
That's been the trend now for a couple years. It just seems to me like they just skip over, pretty much. It might be a little Halloween, but Thanksgiving and things like that, they just skip straight to Christmas. They like, we here.
And I think that probably happened as a result of the big debate surrounding Thanksgiving. I think it's more like holiday festive, not necessarily specifically Thanksgiving, because a lot of people say, I'm not going to celebrate a day of slaughter or a day that, is not necessarily, if we go with the real history, not a day to celebrate. Yeah, they broke bread, then they killed them. So like, why are we doing that? So that might be, and I don't know this to be true. This is just my guesstimation. That might be why they kind of like skirt past it and not, because you used to see Thanksgiving decorations, but not as much. You see more stuff like thankful, family gathering, not necessarily specifically Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so, we never really in my family celebrated Thanksgiving. My mom doesn't cook or anything else like that, but we're big on Christmas. That's our holiday. That's our time when we get together with family and do stuff. I mean, I think when I do, because I'm going to my mom's for Thanksgiving, but we don't cook. We probably just go out to eat, or I'll just cook at home. But it's not anything that, and I'm kind of glad for that. And I don't know about you all. I hate having the same shit every year. Like,
girl, I'm tired.
Twice. It's like you have the same thing for Thanksgiving or for Christmas that you have for Thanksgiving. I don't want pies and turkeys and hams twice back to back.
So the way that my family does it, I love Thanksgiving food. Like, give me the yams, the macaroni, the collard greens. Give it to me. Give me the ham. Gotta be 100-baked ham. The deep fried turkey that's real juicy, or the turkey that's stuffed with all different type of citrus fruits, so it can be like super moist and the flavor. Oh my God, I cannot wait to Thanksgiving.
Clearly,
my family, what we do is for Christmas, we always have a non-traditional Christmas. So we either have like Caribbean food, like food from the Bahamas, because that's where my mom's family is from. We have Italian, we have Jamaican. Like, we always change it every year. So kind of to your point, Pam, I don't have the same thing. Like from Thanksgiving and Christmas, it always changes. But child, you can give it to me for Thanksgiving and Christmas because I'll be waiting on that. Oh Lord, I cannot wait. I think I might go to Honey Baked Ham tomorrow and get me a few ham slices.
Listen,
It's so good. Oh,
listen.
it's
Well,
so
I
good.
cook every year, and I don't make the same thing for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Christmas is, Thanksgiving is, the turkey, the yams, the macaroni and cheese, the dressing, like we get it in. Christmas, we making some Cornish hens.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we do that too.
Yeah, you're gonna make some Cornish hens, maybe another little macaroni, some box stuffing. It'd be low key because typically for Christmas it's just my husband and I. We'll make our rounds on Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And do our little gift giving and stuff like that. But on actual, Christmas Day, it's us. But Thanksgiving, yeah, I'm tired already. Where my drink at? Tired. I'm tired, and it's next week, y'all. I'll be happy when everybody eating good, and I'll be happy, but
it's a lot.
I'm good. I'm going out to eat.
Well,
and which is, you know what? So here's the thing. If I do cook, I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary, but my mom loves me to visit because I cook. I love to cook. I just don't want that back-to-back same old thing. Give it to me one time a year, and and I'm good. And I think as I've gotten older, I don't really care for hardly any of it. So me and Jay, Thanksgiving, we normally go to his mom's to eat, and that's it. But we don't do a lot.
For me, it's kind of like that baby shower. You know how like some people, they have this whole new thing like baby shower food, the meatballs, the deviled eggs, and all that other kind of stuff. I feel like that with Thanksgiving. Like I can really eat some Thanksgiving food, because that's where it's kind of like reserved for. I kind of want some right now, to be honest. Y'all talking about it, and I ain't
talking. I'm over here like,
I'm not me.
It's so fun. I'm big on cranberry sauce. I like the whole cranberry sauce.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
what made me stop getting into it was because every year I was doing Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, summertime cookouts, and I was doing everything. And I said, listen here, I'm done.
Oh, hell no.
I just stopped cooking everything. And so they asked me every year, I was the one who did all the cooking for everything. And so for the past few years, they've been asking me if I'm cooking. Nope, don't ask me if I'm cooking because you ain't getting nothing over here. If I do cook, it's going to be for the people in my house. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, last year, Christmas, I don't normally cook Christmas unless I'm hosting, which is rare because I normally go to my family's. But last year we rented a house and we all was together. I ended up having to cook. I was like, why am I the only one in here?
Oh my goodness.
I was like, really? I mean, I was making breakfast and I was cooking Thanksgiving food. I was like, this here, no. So this year,
no, you don't get both.
I don't plan to be cooking because we're hosting it at my sister's house, who I'm hoping that, somebody else steps up. I just want to drink and be merry and just hang out with my family. And the thing that I'm learning more and more is to be more present.
Yeah.
So not to have, as many pictures. I don't think I have as many pictures last year like I normally do, because I've really just started living in the moment. We was playing games and all of that other stuff. So that's one of the things that I will, life is so short. And if nothing else, COVID taught us that. But then every time we turn around, somebody's, dying, somebody's sick. My dad had a stroke this year. So I'm just looking at life a little bit differently. And I want to enjoy the moment. I do believe in capturing moments, but not every moment has to make it on social media. Let it just be, let it be, because you know what? You want to remember something that was special about your time together. So
I can concur that. You know how I feel about social media. I mean, yes, we do social media because I know I do certain things because I have to. That's part of my job. But the intricate, the really personal details of my life are not on social media. No. I just don't want to.
I can't say, I can't say that because I'm very conscious about what I do put on social media, but because I think for me, just like my brand is the unapologetic entrepreneur, and this shit is hard. So I like people to know that even though I work hard, I know how to incorporate self care. And not self-care is in like I don't post pictures of me like, let me go get my nails done, let me go, even though I'm there like 2.5 hours, I'm drinking champagne, I'm chilling, sometimes I'm even working. But my self-care is really just stepping away and having time with my family, having time with my friends, and I hang out and I do things. So I do post things. I usually post a reel after the fact sometimes, or if I'm in the moment, very seldom am I posting then. I'll save it for later. But I love that people understand that there's more to life than just working yourself into the ground.
Yeah.
And as much as I produce, it's not like I hide what I do, because every quarter I'm coming out with a book. If I even posted half of the media articles that I'm writing, or the press releases or the press conferences that I'm doing, I have stuff I've not had a chance to post, but it's not that easy. So I want my breaks. I sleep at night. I'm like, I disconnect. My phone do not disturbs at a certain hour. And I'm not saying that there are not times where I'm not working late, because there is. I love my clients, but that's my job. And I stopped making my job my life.
Okay, yeah, that's what you have to do.
But that's why I also remember, ladies, before I used to podcast year round, but it was only like once a month or twice a month.
Yeah.
And when this year, when we started doing it every Wednesday, I said, every Wednesday is hard. So let's take the summer off. So we took off June and July, and then we take off December, because you have to be intentional about your time. But what made me choose to do that is, if you look at almost any show on television, they go on hiatus for a reason. Because everybody needs that downtime. You cannot do your job all the time. And this stuff is secondary to other things that we have going on. So the holiday season is important. I want people to be with their families. I don't want somebody to have to log on every Wednesday. Not saying that our viewers and our listeners are not important, but no one is more important than our mental health and mental wellness, because we need breaks too.
Yes. That is true.
Absolutely.
That is true. And I tell that to my other crew, because we go all the time, and we just started taking breaks. And I told them, like, well, maybe we should take a few weeks off during the summer. They didn't understand. Well, some of them did, but some of them didn't understand that taking a break, what they can do. I said, well, don't you understand that they have a break on these series, and they come back in the fall, and they come back, So we did take a break, and everybody was like, you know what? I'm so glad we did, because I needed it. Yeah, you do.
Absolutely. One of the things that I would say, because we are coming up to the holidays, and you're with family and friends, and it's important. And with the news that came out about the girl who went with her friends to Mexico, and not even 24 hours, she was dead. I think sometimes we, just reevaluating, how do we define the word friend, because the holidays are about friends and family. But if you have people around you that are shady, passive aggressive, like they throw like little digs, like and act funny,
I do.
It's time for you to reevaluate, like, are these people really for me? Because it might not get to the situation where they kill you. However, sometimes they can kill your spirit. And so that can even be painful in and of itself, not like a physical death, but an emotional death, where it relates to, damn, you can't even be happy for me, like you secretly hating on me and stuff like that. And that's so unfortunate that people have individuals around them that are like that.
So the video, I could not watch the whole way through. I feel like, first of all, if you was my baby, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail.
You cannot be my daughter's friend.
I'm getting I'm getting the death penalty because the way that I'm gonna take everybody out is
I'm gonna
is
tell
not
you.
even
I'm
funny.
telling you.
I was so disheartened, and Cortina, you're right. I've never been the type to use the term friend loosely.
That's crazy.
Never. I have, and I'm one. And I talked about this before. I always have my friends in pockets, so I don't see all of my friends. I have different groups of friends, but I have friends, and the ones that I call my friends are like my sister tribe. But I've had to cut cords even in my sister tribe. If I always say our intuition is so powerful, and there's a hint of truth in every joke.
Yep.
I listen. I listen. And if I don't feel right, you got to go. Because what I won't do is waste energy on people who are not meant to continue to be in the path that God has me set on.
Right.
I got a question for y'all.
Go
Not
ahead.
to cut you off, Pam. Go ahead and finish. But I got a question. So, Cortina, you made a comment about shade, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the friend that the dig, but it's posed as like
A joke. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I want to dig a little deeper into that because I have experience. Well, I'm sure we all have, you know, or maybe not. But I have experienced that, you know, from people that you would be like, oh, that's my girl. But in my spirit, it would be like, huh? Because when I don't do that to my friends, like I don't make shady, backhanded. I don't. If I fuck with you, I fuck with. Like I don't. I don't even do that to enemies. You know. So.
Right, but see, everybody doesn't have the same heart as you, and I had to learn that because I'm like, I would never do that to you. I treat people the way I wish to be treated, but apparently they don't want to be treated right.
She said, apparently.
I'm telling you though.
You know what? I always say what you see is what you get. Diana, you even said I've mean before. But what you see is what you get. I also truly believe who you are behind my back is far more important than who you are in front of my face.
Yeah, yeah.
Because what's in the wash comes out in the rinse.
Mm-hmm.
Things always get back to me for some kind of way. I don't even have to look for it, and it's coming. And
that's what I'm saying.
But I tell you what, and Diana, you and I had this talk when we were in Houston. I am the type of friend that can unfriend and cut cords with no apology and no explanation. And I've always said that. I think we're too old to have to tell people how to treat me. So I know how I treat me, and I demand. I feel like I'm in church. I demand a certain level of respect because I give it.
That's right.
And so if you don't like how I'm moving, move the fuck on. You don't have to be, you choose the merry-go-rounds that you hop on and off of in life, period.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, I am all about self-empowerment. I would do and go hard for you until you cross me. Because see, the other part is I'm a Scorpio. I like to, there's a certain level of tolerance that I'm going to have. But I think also I tell people all the time that I'm educated. I don't have to cuss you out.
Mm-hmm.
I healed from any toxic ways that I used to have, where I used to be mean. I'm talking, I was not the kind of person you want to even cross, because I would lay hands and I don't even say nothing to you. Now though, I'm telling you now, because I feel like I got a grand vocabulary. I don't have to name call. I don't have to do the most. I don't even have to be upset. But what I can do is let you know, if I'm either going to cut you off, but if you're a real down friend for me, I'm just going to say, I'm going to check you.
Yep.
And I'm going to check you real good, because I expect people to check me too. If I've said something to offend you, instead of going behind my back and having conversations about it, just come to me, come to the source. Because one thing I will say is, I would never say anything about you that I wouldn't say in your face. I don't care who you are.
Now,
I stand by my word.
Very big on that.
So when it comes to friendships, my spirit, because I pray consistently for my sister tribe, and when things are out of whack, I nip it in the bud. And I've had friends that I've not talked to, and we've had some cuss outs. Like we done cussed each other out, and then we don't speak. And then you know what? You get these text messages like, I miss you. Yeah, I miss you too. Because that's genuine. When you have a sister tribe, it happens. Fallouts happen. But it's what you do afterwards that really defines your friendships.
Absolutely.
But that stuff that happened,
yeah.
Let any of my friends go to Mexico. And I think that the other part, I will say this really quick, and then I'll end it. Even when Diana and I was talking, that's a prime example of her intuition had been talking to her for years. And I had to tell her, sometimes you just can no longer be nice. Sometimes you just have to cut the cord, because we call people friend, and we don't want to look like the bad guy to let friendships go. You have to be comfortable with the gift of goodbye. Yep. You have to be. Because if you're not, things don't go the way they're supposed to go, or you don't prosper because you got somebody holding the extra weight, and they, and it might not even be them. A lot of times it's you.
Yeah.
So I would have to agree with that, and I have gotten better with my gift of goodbye, especially when, my intuition is feeling very strong about something. I know how I am. I know how I treat people. And I also, she says she's shaking a tambourine. and I know how I want to be treated. And, and I always tell anyone and everyone, I'm not a perfect being. I'm far from perfect. I have moments too. Right. Please check me and get me together. Diana, you acting up today. You was acting all the way up. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. But my tolerance level for that shady, backhanded, you got to go quickly. You really, I have so many things going on in 24 hours. That part of, I can't have that, I call it a sheep in wolf's clothing, did I say that right? Or wolf and sheep? Yeah. I think I said it backwards, but y'all get the gist of what I'm saying. So, that is very true. So
let me ask you all this, not to change the subject really quick though, because it's the holidays.
Yeah.
Do you, if you are not happy in a relationship, or you have friends that are not, do you leave your relationship during the holidays, or do you stay till after?
I think that's very individualized, because only the person know what they can accept, what they can take, what they want to go through. Some people may feel like, I don't even want to fake it. I don't want this holiday to be ruined because we putting on a mask for other people. And then some other people may feel like, I just don't want to get into it. People asking me questions, where's such and such? And I just don't want to do it. So we going to go to this. And then when it's done, New Year hit, we know we ain't together. And so I think it really depends on your comfort level. If you got nosy family members, you might want to go ahead and just be like, all right, we're going to fake it till we make it. Or if you just don't give a damn about what they're saying, and you have boundaries and you can tell them to nicely mind their business, then if you don't feel like this is something I want to fake and take to my family house, then guess what? I ain't going to do it.
See, now I take issue. Now, so one thing that you just said that I can't stand to see is people who fake the funk until after the holidays. Don't waste my energy and my time knowing it's not going to work. Don't make me, don't be out here giving and spending money, and you're going to break up anyway.
Yeah, I'm not going to enjoy it.
Oh my goodness.
Because your family, we're all grown here. Your family, not the person that got to be faking and sleeping with people when you're not connected emotionally, hugging and kissing and all. That's energy that's unnecessary. That's energy that's food that I can be using for food in my mouth, or looking for my next one.
And guess what? Sometimes if it's to that point, I don't care how much faking you do. People know.
True.
They can tell the energy is off. They can tell the energy is off. I mean, I can keep it real. I've had holidays with my husband where I'm not happy with you and he not happy with me for whatever reason on this particular holiday.
Well, some people real good though, because you'll have them and they be like, God damn, I thought they was just talking about doing surrogacy. Now they mean
Not serious.
What happened between the turkey and the macaroni and the potato salad? Because what happened between the turkey and Santa Claus? Because we did not see it coming.
Right.
But those are the people who play very well. And I don't even want to say play, but you never know what's happening behind it because they always look so well put together. All the kids be matching. They be doing all this extra stuff.
She said
and
all the
then
kids
when they break down, you like, I just
girl, all the pajamas.
They was taking holiday pictures.
Yeah.
The holiday cards, but before the holiday card, but by the time they put it in the mail, by the time it arrived, they want no holiday no more.
Listen.
Wow. Well, you know what? And now I know how to pretend. Trust me. That's old. That's old. But that's old toxic Pam from like over 10, 15 years ago. Because honey, in my marriages, I could have won an Emmy. I would play that shit so good.
She said I could have won an Emmy. Oh,
I'm just saying, an Oscar, an Emmy, whatever it is, I could have won that. How good, I'm telling you how good I dressed them suckers up, that nobody knew what was going on and the toxicity that was going on in there, please. And I said, you know what I did learn from that after all of that is it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it to hide the truth when I was the one breaking, because things were going on that I'm blessed that God watched over me because I didn't have to be here today.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking people playing with guns and all of that other shit, and nobody knew.
Wow.
So I would never advocate for faking the funk. And so I'm very transparent, even, you know, and I know they say, oh, your family should know everything that's going on in your relationship. Bullshit. To a certain extent, somebody need to know. I know, but to a certain extent, they need to know something. They need to know something.
Where your life is in danger. You in a domestic violence situation.
Yeah,
and
that's different.
But that's what I'm talking about. But those are the things that I was hiding. Now, I'm not saying everyday stuff. I'm talking there were critical things that was taking place in my life that nobody knew until I wrote my book. And I'm blessed that I was able to write my book, because the things that was happening to me, I look back now and I'm like, damn, I survived that.
Yeah.
And I have, and it's unfortunate that I have friends who, and I said, like, my little people in my sister tribe who experienced the same thing, and nobody knew. And I feel like, was I ashamed? Or and honestly, I don't know why I chose to show like I had a happy marriage when I didn't. And so those were things that I had to reconcile with myself in order for me to really truly heal. So now in my relationship, no, I don't have to share everything with my family. But then shit, Jay will call my mama on me in a heartbeat. I'm like, what the
fuck? Girl, that is so funny. Oh my God.
And then I'm telling you, I called my mama on me and then she called me. I'm like,
petty.
What? I'm like,
oh my, that is hilarious.
And my mom's favorite
on the right side.
I'm telling. Oh no, my mom is a ride or die, but she is honest to a fault. She's like, I know my kids, I know my daughter, Pam, blah blah blah, and I'm like, how are you gonna take his side? She said it's not about sides. So I love. She told, no, see, this is her talking right now, talking about some yep. But I love that about her, that she doesn't, even though I'm imperfect and I get a check by my mom, and people be like, oh, so no matter what accolade, no matter how far of a status I go, I'm gonna have people like her that's gonna make sure that nothing gets to my head. Because she's like, I know my daughter, and I love that. But you know, I always say, not just Jay, but all her son-in-laws, she got her own personal relationship with.
But that's how it should be, though.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, it should be that way. But I'm just like, damn, how you gonna call my mom? Because you know what? So here's a little funny part. So at my 40th birthday party, I was cutting up. I was like literally cutting up.
Oh.
My mom hit that mom voice, and I sobered up real quick, super quick. That's like a running joke. That's like a running joke. She was like, and all she did was call my name, and I was like, what? I was like, oh, I'm good now. I'm straight. I ain't because first of all, my mama from the hood. Ain't nobody got time. I love my life. My mom from the streets of DC. No, ghetto born, and you can take the woman out the ghetto, but no, you can't take the
Don't be
ghetto out
talking
the
about
girl.
your
So,
mama. She
yeah, she know what
bougetto,
I'm talking
okay?
about.
She bougetto, okay?
That part. Come on.
Yeah, super. She might be. It might be the other way around because that other part of her slip out. So no, ain't nobody trying Pam Jones. No, I'm good. I value my life. So if she called my name, and that's why I'm like, damn, did he call her? Because now I know I'm getting ready to get cussed out.
Mm-hmm.
But no, so when it comes to the holidays, I think that's the between all the relationships that you get to have and that you get to spend time with. Why would you want to spend it phony?
That part.
Why would you? And that's a question for people who do it.
Yeah, that's a
They
great
might
question.
feel like it's easier, right? Because again, I don't want to have to answer these questions. And then once the holiday is over, I'm not in these people's face. They'll figure out when they figure it out. And I just don't want to be in the hot seat, which for some people, they just don't want to deal
All
with
right.
the holiday.
Come get your stuff and go to bed.
Okay,
Not
that's
to
mama
go to
talking.
bed.
Wait.
I'm sorry. I thought I had myself muted.
You did not have yourself muted, boo.
It's time to go to bed. It is time to go to bed.
I'm glad I'm glad that's all we heard. We never know what you've been muting and saying.
Okay.
No, most of the time I'm muting because it's an echo in the apartment. So I try to keep the echo.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you. I hear you. You
And
might
the
want to fix
the children get loud too sometimes.
I get it, but the way, okay, that's why that camera go off. Just make sure your camera don't go off and the mic stay on because we're gonna be like this. Did she say that?
Like, did you hear that? Lord.
I try to keep my mom voice off the internet.
Look at him.
Look, I know, Mama Pam. Listen, I remember I was doing a show one time, and my son, it was one of the kids, and I said, "Didn't I tell y'all to go sit down?" And so Quick was like, "Yep, I'm sitting down right now. Yes, ma'am." Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I did not mean to do that. Somebody in the comment was like, "Yeah, I sat down too. I'm sorry."
Right.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean it.
So, speaking of holidays, I want to ask you, ladies, that so Lord knows you're gonna blink and tomorrow's gonna be 2023.
My goodness.
And the fact that we do take off the month of December. What do you all plan to do on your break away? Like what are your holiday plans?
I just be having later patience.
Working. I got an event, a party, and then I'll be working. I will be working.
Oh, that's a great. I'll probably be working and trying to because we're writing 2 new movies, so I'm gonna be doing that. Yeah. And in one of the movies, I've been snatched up to actually act in. So it's really fun. It's a vampire movie. It's called Society.
Oh, are you a vampire?
So,
are you gonna be?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a elder vampire. Yes. And so I'm very excited. So we're writing this, and we have a audition call for time. Pam, I want you to apply try out for one of the roles too. But
okay.
Time, yeah. So we have a couple of movies we're working on.
So just so I don't ever share, never, and I think this will be the first time I'm ever even sharing this, is that I've had on and off an acting coach. Like I do private sessions. Yes. So here's what happened. It might have been last year or year before last, a young lady that was working with Ava DuVernay on a show in California during the COVID.
time. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, had approached me about auditioning for a role. She hit me in my DM, and I'm like, I have never acted a day in my life outside of those marriages. Yeah, I got that good, but I'm just saying. And I was like, I wouldn't know what this is like. So I decided, you know what, let me take acting lessons. So I found me an acting coach, which was a former actress. and she was on Seinfeld, former actress. She did a couple of episodes of Seinfeld and some other movies. So she was my acting coach for a little while. I had another guy out of LA as well that I did acting coaches with. And then currently I am doing acting lessons, and my scripts are written specifically for me, because this acting coach is not only, and he wrote for the Steve Harvey Show and a couple of other things, but he was never an actor, but he writes scripts. So when you have somebody that writes scripts, you have an expectation of how somebody should perform. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing that since 2020. And just because of that one hit in my DM, so that I'm not a stranger to things. Mm-hmm. Have I gotten better? Certainly. Because first of all, let me tell you something. Acting is hard as shit. It takes energy.
Yeah.
I be sweating. It's like a workout.
I ain't got the memory for it. I can't remember the line.
Me either. But I'm grateful. So the fact that my scripts are written for me, I have the same 3 scripts that I have. And so those are the ones that I get to act out in multiple different ways. Right. And my acting coach told me, he was like, I could totally tell you're far more comfortable than you were when we first started. So it makes me feel really good, because now he broke a lot of stuff down as to how people write and what the expectations of how to think about the role. But when I say that acting it's literally, I know why actors and actresses, 1, memory, but 2, it's hard. It's like mental hard. I be breaking out in sweats, and I'm like, what? And then how you have to turn it on and turn it off.
Yeah, it's like you really have to be ready.
You have to be ready, and there are certain scripts that require you to have multiple levels of emotions. So you could be excited and then get sad and then perk back up. And I mean, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
And so I've done, exactly. So I've done a dramedy that he wrote. I've done a drama, and then I've done like a suspense. So, and all of them hard. I'm still like, I need to call back and say I have to have the rest of my sessions. I think I have like 5 more. But so it's a lot. So yes, I will definitely, because since you called me out online, I will definitely audition.
I'm sorry. I said that because I've been forgetting to text you. And I think I mainly did that for my memory, because I keep forgetting to send you a message.
Get it out right now that I got it right. So I get it out.
And Jay was like, "Hey, did you ask Pam? You said you want to ask Pam." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Oh, I just brought it up. Yeah, Pam, we need you."
Well, just send me the script over, and then I can.
Yeah, we're working, because I have to. I write mock scripts for rehearsal, for audition, so I'm writing a new one. Excuse me.
Okay. So, so you all never know what you're going to get from me. That's the life of Pam. I'm always saying, my hand's always in something. But yeah, so the holidays are, you all said everybody's going to work. So are you going to take any vacation time over the holidays?
I mean, I'm not working Thursday or Friday, but that's it.
Maybe the week of, for me, the week of Christmas. Maybe I'm hoping.
Oh, we talking about Christmas. I'm working the whole week because Christmas.
Oh, are we talking about Thanksgiving? Because Thanksgiving is the bust.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. I'm working up until Thursday, and then for Christmas is on a Sunday, so I'm working the whole week. No time off for me.
Well, I'm working. I'm working and traveling. The nicety of working for yourself and doing what I do is that I can do it from anywhere. Mm-hmm. So I will be traveling to my mom's. I'm going to swing through Atlanta to drop some stuff off for a client. But for the most part, I'm super busy, and I don't want to work like the last 2 weeks in December. I want to take a break. So I have a lot to do in a very small window of time. But I definitely don't plan on working at least a week in December while we're on a break.
That's good. Yeah, everybody needs a break. I know. It's with my children. I have 4 home with me. One is 20. He's with their dad. Um, but it's so busy, and I really don't get breaks. And so every once in a while they go over there with their dad, but all of them don't go.
Mm.
So it's
Oh.
always 1 or 2 home and 2 gone, or everybody's home, or maybe 1 is gone. And so I'm hoping that I can get a full break. If not, then okay, it's all right. But I know, they have days off, and then I'm gonna try to do something with them. So I don't know,
Mm.
you know.
Mhm.
Well, that sounds good though. At least you are intentionally trying to make time for yourself. And I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
ultimately that's really where I want to get to, is that there are people who used to be like me, work, work, and work and work. And then I started taking vacations, and my vacations was like two weeks to a month, after I learned that taking a 2-3 days here, combining it with a weekend so I can get a little more time, was not really healthy.
Yeah.
And I had so much, when I worked for the federal government, I had so much use or lose, and people, and that I would take 2 weeks in the summer and then take almost a month for the holidays, whether it was Thanksgiving or whether it was Christmas, because I alternated the time because of my staff. And people used to think that, oh, that's something. And I share all the time is, you never want to get to where you have use or lose, because that shows that you are working, 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 working. And I know people were saying, oh, but if I don't work, I have to do this. If it's paid leave, take your leave.
Yeah.
Take your leave and take it, because if you died today, your job is going to keep on going.
Oh, it sure is.
They
They're gonna
sure
have
are. They
somebody
ain't paying out one bit of mine.
before they can finish the autopsy or put your body to the funeral home. They're gonna have somebody in there.
Yeah. And so I started adopting that, and my staff taught me that. They was like, because I'd take vacation and I would be checking in, but when then finally I groomed them enough that if they called me, I know they needed me, but they would tell me, leave your phone, leave your work phone, so that, and if we need you, we have your personal number. So if they called me, I knew it was an emergency. And when I did that for the first time, I was off like 3 weeks straight. It was when I got back to work, yes, I had a ton of emails to check, and I wish, I would have taken my phone, but I had truly was mentally ready to go on. And I was twice as effective as my job. I was twice as effective as a leader. I was twice as effective as a manager. So I encourage people that if the only time that you can really spend time with your family and get together with them is over the holidays, be intentional about that time with them.
That's right.
Because life is not promised, and nobody wants, and I don't want you remembered as somebody who just worked all the damn time,
Right.
Yeah.
because it ain't worth it. I'm just telling you.
Now, do I hear a baby?
I hear a baby Annabelle.
Yes, I don't know where the bell coming from, but I have my
No, it's
nephew
my
who
phone.
is 3 months old. He'll be 4 months on the 20th.
I knew it was
My
a
sister,
little body.
yeah, my service is acting wild. I was trying to show you guys earlier,
Oh,
but
I see him. Put him in the camera.
he Kai, can you show everybody your face?
Oh, look at the baby.
Oh, dear.
Look at that baby.
Why the baby not happy with you though? Why the baby
Oh,
got the whole face? What you doing to him?
I'm calming him down because my daughter had him, and I don't know what she did. So I'm trying to calm him down.
Maybe the angels pinched them. Sometimes they be pinching the babies and stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna pinch them if they done pinched him. I tell you that right now. He was fine when she came and got him. Then she brought him back. He was hollering. I'm like, oh my goodness, what they do to you? Take a man. So I'm watching him for. I call him Kit Kat because when he cries, sometimes he sounds like a little kitten. So, but my sister's birthday is today, and I told her, she asked if I can watch him for a few hours for her while she went out. I said, wow, they do that? Oh, okay. I said, you didn't earn your get out time yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it for you this time, Sam. Because he's only about to be 4 months. I said, girl, I ain't start going out until, oh Lord. So I turned 35 and I had 5 kids by then.
Oh Lord, you don't want to do that either. And that's and so. Speaking of, now you just said something super valuable. If you are a parent, parents, you deserve your time too.
Yes.
Be intentional
That's
about your
true.
time as well. And new moms, postpartum is real.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it
Uh,
is. That's why I try to help her as much as I understand. I understand.
yeah.
And my mom helps her a lot. You know, that's the baby girl of the family. So we try to make sure that she's well taken care of. She was living with me when she first had him, and she actually had to sleep in my bed because her bed was too low, and she had a cesarean section. So she was in the bed with me. I was up many a nights with the baby because she didn't know what to do, and she was in pain. So I had two babies in the bed on top of my children. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm glad that I was able to help her and teach her because I didn't want her to feel like I did when I had my first. Though my mom was at home with me, she helped me as much as possible, and I nursed all my children. Sometimes I did bottles, but for the most part, I was straight nurse. And so my mom helped me as much as she can, but my dad was there too, and he would try to, pull my mom back to him a lot. So I suffered a lot on top
Oh,
of going through things with at the time my boyfriend, who is my ex-husband now. His mother was the trip, and she put me through a lot. She would call me and cuss me out because my dad and my ex husband got into it, and he wouldn't let him in the house to see the baby or me. So I went through a lot when I had my first child, and I wanted to make sure that she
wow.
didn't have to experience that. So I'm grateful that I'm the eldest because I've been able to help all my siblings go through this process.
Yeah, I was the summer aunt. I gave my sisters breaks, and then, I mean, my youngest sister, who both my sisters have five. Don't know if I've
Oh,
ever shared
okay.
that, but yeah, both my sisters have five, and I tell you, she has the patience of Job. God bless her,
Lord.
because before she had the fifth one, she had the four, and they was all kind of stair step. My youngest sister,
Mm-hmm.
and I would try. I tried getting all four. It just wasn't. The girls were great. And as a woman, and that's very feminine, I was like, I don't know how to handle it's like with the boys, I was like, stop running, bumping, stop fighting,
Oh,
stop hitting,
yeah.
stop. It was constant. So I would have to get the boys separate from the girls. So I was two at a time. Now the pool is great for kids. I found that out because I would get them in the summer and we would live at the pool.
Mm.
Oh,
And so that
yes,
was,
they
yeah,
love
I
it.
love the pool. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the summer aunt to give breaks. Now my mom is the grandmother now that gets the kids over the summer. Those that want to go, some of them have kind of, I say, aged out because they're all grown. Some of them are grown now and
Oh,
graduated school. And it's so weird because, you see your nieces and nephews grow up, and the older ones, I'm like, when am I going to become a great aunt? Somebody got to make me a great aunt. I need a baby smell.
Great aunt.
oh,
Well, so first of all, let me just explain that I think the oldest nephews are like 27, 28. So
oh,
yeah, I
yeah. They
believe
may
so.
take. Sometimes the boys take a lot longer. Sometimes they don't. For the most part, the boys usually take like. My brother is 32, and he does not have children. And I don't.
Okay.
He wants children, but I don't think he's looking for the right one. And
Yeah.
but all my mother's kids, all my mother's girls now have children. And I have five, and my sister, the fourth one, has five, and she's pregnant again.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, so my mom has a total. I have 5, 10. She has a total of 12 grandchildren, and about to be 13 in January.
How many kids does she have?
Yes.
Six, six kids.
Okay, so my mom has 10 grandkids and she got three girls and I don't have none.
Mm.
Oh,
Wow.
So, they put that and so I love that my sisters made me a mom. It's like, because
I
if you
know.
look at
By default.
by default, yeah. I mean, and plus, I know everybody had like that memory book from school, and you wrote, it's like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Mine said married with no kids.
Did it really?
Yes, ma'am. I never. So it's weird because yes, I'm a children's book author, but I'm a phenomenal mom. I don't like how they have to come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
I don't like how they have. I'm done.
I don't like surgery, so I don't want to be cut. I don't want to push one out because I'm not trying to be ripped up. I don't want none of that. So no, I don't. So I was in the military and did nursing, and you have to just do these little, you working wherever they put you. I worked in labor and delivery, and I saw a woman being ripped all the way up. Yeah, no, I'm like, good. I'm good because the baby was a preemie. So, you sometimes have to go up to the NICU and do stuff. And so, yes, it was great to see preemie babies. But when you have a preemie baby that come out that's already 13 pounds, it's like, what?
Well, that's
ripped her.
Excuse me?
13 pounds. That's not preemie. That baby is
she was diabetic and she was not full term.
Oh my God.
13 That's a grown baby.
That's damn near a toddler.
God, dog.
Ripped her all the way up. And I was like, yeah, nope. I was 21 and I saw that. And I was like, yeah, I already didn't want kids. Just the thought, because you go through. So here's the other part. I was president of science club. So it's not that I was not. I loved anatomy and physiology and all that other stuff. And so you go through and you looking at all that stuff about the human body. And no, I want to make sure that my nether regions stay intact. Because it looked like it should be popping out. I'm good.
No.
So but my sister, God bless her, I've been there for both of my sisters. I've been there for some of their births. I'm like, I see them. No, hell no. I'm not doing that. Nope, I'm good. So I'm glad that my mom has 10 grandchildren from her other 2 kids, but coming from me,
one of my bridesmaids, she's pregnant, and so she's due in January. So
Lord, look at this. Robin, I have to ask.
He was.
What? How much did he weigh? He was still a giant. What? Yeah, you're gonna have to type that in because I'm curious now. See, it already made my vagina hurt just from reading that. I'm like,
you are so crazy.
That's my cousin Robin and Kip. Oh, if you could see Kip right now.
Oh,
he's so big. And I remember when she was pregnant with him and he'd be looking down on me. Diana, I'd be like, whatever.
What? Well, okay. See, no, that's why that right there. Because your body can't possibly ever be the same. 9 pounds. Oh no! Wait a minute. Labor for 10 days. Oh, hell to the no. No, ain't nobody doing that. Nobody. Nobody. 10 days. 10 days. I can't. I'm like squinching and I'm hurting right now. I'm hurting for you. And you had him natural. Oh, girl, bye.
He was 9 pounds and preemie. When were you due?
Child, she had him natural. Was that on purpose?
Probably.
Because because my sister
was on purpose.
No, because my sister had the epidural, and at the time, and her labor took so long that it wore off. So yeah, and it was too late to give her more. So that's what I'm just like, was it natural on purpose? Because I know people who have natural births. Child, she said she remember grabbing the doctor by his head and saying, "I can feel you stitching me." Oh,
no way.
Now that happened to me. That happened to me with my first, because I was tearing. All right, I was tearing, and the doctor came in, instead of allowing me to tear naturally, he did an episiotomy. And when he was stitching me, it did get to a point where I started feeling him. And yeah, it's weird.
I can't.
It took years before I started, because I was numb there, and just a certain part of me was numb. It took years to get back numb.
Well, it sounds like he feels some type of way about y'all talking about premature babies, because he started crying when we started.
I know,
but my daughters keep trying to play with him and won't allow him to stay calm.
I don't know,
another daughter coming to get him.
But no, so first of all, y'all done broke my whole soul right now, and broke my vagina, and I ain't had no kids out of it.
Well, you better get like Beyonce. You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. You won't break my cervix. You won't break my uterus, my ovaries, my vagina. No, none of that.
Well, you gotta have you. First of all, you have to have that for it to be broken.
Well,
So
I ain't got that. So.
me either. So, well, I have ovaries, but I don't have. I don't have ovaries, but
I got no uterus. I ain't got no cervix.
Me either. Me either. So I'm kind of good in that. But man, I tell you what, it hurts still. I got ghost pains. Ladies, it is at the top of the hour now. So, Dr. Lewis, where can people connect with you? It's taking some work for me to get that.
I still ain't got it yet. I still be like, I'm Cortina Peters. Cortina Peters. I gotta get used to it. Maybe I need some more practice. I don't know. But you can find me at The Girlfriend Therapist on all social media platforms. And you can also find me at Sext, SEXD, Unveiled, on Instagram. If you want to get those Sext Unveiled cards for you and your partner, you have the ability to do so. So yes.
Awesome.
And Louisa, where can everybody connect with you at?
You can find me at the Blue Phoenix Hills everywhere.
And Diana, where can people find you?
Absolutely. You can find me on Instagram at Diana Richardson Philippus, and you can find me at Bronze Glow Beauty on all social media platforms.
Yes.
Yeah, and Empowered Women Empower.
Yep.
Thank you so very much.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at IAMDRP, GURLEY. I am Dr. P. Gurley. You can also follow Herspiration Happy Hour on Instagram and Facebook at Herspiration Happy Hour. And for, if you want to be on the show, actually it's too late. So I'm not even going to show that because we're coming towards the end of our season and we have 2 shows left and both of them are booked. So
you can also hit the tip jar.
I was getting ready to say, I was getting ready to do that. So if you enjoy the show, you can definitely hit the tip jar at www.buymeacoffee.com/HerspirationHH. Also, you can follow me, just so I can finish up. You can follow me at the BGBV Kids Red Carpet, and then also my children's book series, which is the Brown Girl, Brown Boy series on all social media. Ladies, do you have any last minute things you want to say?
Just watch your circle, reflect on who your real friends are, and watch how you define the word friendship.
Period. Don't go out of town with these shady people.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes, jealousy reveals itself long before you even go on vacation. And I think, let's teach our younger ladies and gents to understand the importance of intuition. Yeah. So we love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next Wednesday, but hold up. We have a guest next Wednesday. So let me get the name.
Oh, the day before Thanksgiving.
I know. So we have Danielle Kaplan. She's going to be our guest on the next Herspiration Happy Hour. So we will be back at 7 p.m. next Wednesday. So, we're always apt to have fun and we look forward to you all. I believe if you want to be on the show, you will be booking out in January, but I believe it's open. If it's not, it will definitely open by December 1st. And so solidify your spot because I tell you what, we had no room to breathe from January to May.
Right.
So if you want to come and hang out with the Herspiration Happy Hour crew, by the way, really quick, and Louisa, I know if you have to go, you can go. But I did want to put out that I didn't get a chance to put out last week, which was that we would like to welcome, especially in season 6, a permanent host, Diana Richardson Philippus.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm glad I paused for a second. Yeah. Welcome.
So yes, she will be a permanent fixture for the rest of this year, but she will definitely, everything that, from the website to everything that we do, she will be a permanent fixture on Herspiration Happy Hour, no longer as a guest host. She will be a co-host now. Yay. So welcome, Diana, to the Herspiration Happy Hour family. So glad to have you on board. Yes, and so this conversation about the be raw. I think it's just too much. Woo-hoo. too much rawness up on here. But that's always a good thing because, you know, we leave the discussion exactly as it is that if you are at happy hour with your girlfriends or just your friends, that you talk about everything. So if don't ever feel like that you don't have a story, or if you just want to come and converse with us, come on. Shine some light and share your story here on Herspiration Happy Hour. Having a magnificent rest of the week. I'm going to go and eat dinner because this is already good. Got me good. So love y'all and cheers.
Cheers. Bye.